Well, good morning, guys. It's Pastor Andy. Today's Memorial Day, May the 25th, and we're looking together in Psalm chapter 92 this morning. Well, Psalm chapter 92 is a special psalm. It is a Sabbath day psalm, so it's talking about praising the Lord and keeping God first in our lives. The chapter describes the characteristics of the believer who trusts in the sovereign God, and that's the theme of the chapter, is that God is sovereign. Verse 1 says, "It is good to give thanks to the Lord, to sing praise to the Most High. It is good to proclaim your unfailing love in the morning and your faithfulness in the evening." All day long, morning to evening, we are going to be focused on God. And this is worshiping Him. And you know, worship is kind of the natural outflow of a heart that loves the Lord. My neighbor's dog is barking, so we're on the back deck this morning. There might be a few distractions, but that's okay. But this chapter is talking about us worshiping God all day long and keeping Him first, a heart of true worship. Verse 5 says, "O Lord, what great works you do, and how deep are your thoughts." God truly does great things, and His thoughts are deeper than ours. He says it in other places that His thoughts are higher than ours, and we don't understand them sometimes, but that happens because He is God and we are not, and we can't fathom the thoughts that He thinks. They're so much beyond us, we can't even comprehend them. He talks about the evildoers in verse 7. "Though the wicked sprout like weeds and evildoers flourish, they will be destroyed forever." The wicked people are talked about as being weeds, something that doesn't have roots, something that doesn't stick around for long. And he contrasts these wicked people in verse 7 here to the righteous people in verse 12. He says, "But the godly will flourish like palm trees and grow strong like the cedars of Lebanon." This contrast is between weeds, the wicked people, and godly people who are palm trees and cedars. Now, palm trees and cedars were very, very valuable in this time period. The palm tree was valued for its fruit, and the cedar trees were valued for their wood. These were special trees. These were ones that had deep roots that would last a long time, that didn't just pop up overnight and disappear. And that's the way the godly are. When we trust God and when we put our faith in Him, when we are a son or a daughter of Jesus Christ, He makes our life with deep roots, so to speak. We grow. We will prosper, as Psalm 1 says. We will have the fruit in our life that we need. The fruit of the Spirit will show up. The fruit of a Christian being another Christian will show up. We'll reproduce ourselves in others. We'll be valued for our strength as the cedar, the strong wood that doesn't just waver with every new doctrine that comes around, or new whim or new thing that happens with every wind of doctrine, as the New Testament talks about. We'll be valued for those things. Those things will be hallmarks of a believer's life. So we can choose to either be a weed that springs up, causes problems, shallow roots, disappears when problems and things happen, or we can choose to be like a palm tree or a cedar tree that has great value. This chapter is awesome. Look at verse 14. "Even in old age they will still produce fruit. They will remain vital and green." And that is what God wants to do for us. He wants to keep us producing fruit, to keep us valuable, to keep us as productive. And He will do that when we keep Him first, when we worship Him, and when we focus on Him being the sovereign God. So even though today is Memorial Day and we're thinking about those who have sacrificed their lives for us and made that ultimate sacrifice, and we should be thankful for them. I'm very thankful for people who gave me the freedom to be able to hold this book and to open it with you every day. They fought for our freedoms to be able to do that, our religious freedoms, our freedoms to be able to do a lot of things. And we can thank soldiers for that. We can thank our military for that. And if you served, man, my hat is off to you. I honor you today. I want to thank you for your service. And for those that gave the ultimate sacrifice of their life for us to have these freedoms, we remember them today. We honor them today. But as we honor them, the greatest way we can honor them is to take a stand for what is right and to do what is right. The greatest way we can honor those who came before us, who held our religious beliefs, is to honor them by being like the cedar tree and the palm tree, and not just floating around with every new thing, but to actually be firm and grounded in our belief, and to follow Christ, to worship Him, to truly be a worshiper of Him. And I hope you'll do that today. I hope you'll get in the Psalms sometime today and spend some time with your family, grill out, do all of those great things. But don't forget about the Lord today. Spend a little bit of time with Him. Talk to Him. He loves us. He cares about us. And until tomorrow, God bless you and have a great day.